phone out. Turn the volume.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. We are very late.
But why are you late?
I feel like you look really cute, by the way. I've not even seen you all morning. What is happening here? Where'd you get this?
I don't know.
I've never seen you wear this before.
You have. I usually wear it like with a dress shirt or something like that.
Honestly.
So why are you late? I have a very good reason, but I don't think so.
What do you mean, why am I late? I told you why I'm late.
You shouldn't actually.
Yes, I did. My alarm did not go off. Or maybe it did go off. But either way, I overslept. And now look at my hair. I just had to pull it back with one of these things. And look, the only shirt I could find was on the floor of my closet. Hashtag squad goals. So anyway, good morning, everybody. We really are running crazy. And then David had to get the kids up to his school, but had to stop by the grocery store to get stuff for a baby shower that's happening at school.
Then when I dropped it off, they needed help. I had to go to
Not
the
by a
donut
student.
store. I had to go get the stuff from the donut store and take it. Yeah, the baby shower's not first.
And then Remy forgot her pants.
So I'm headed back up there again. I keep this family together.
I know. I look really, really bright. By the way, the sentence Remy forgot her pants, I'm sure is concerning to a lot of people. Don't let it concern you. That's Remy in a nutshell. She had basketball this morning, so she had to dress out for basketball, but then when she was going to get changed, she realized she had no pants.
Don't forget to put it on that side.
I've heard... Huh?
Yeah, she goes in her basketball clothes and it's just change. And when we left the driveway, I said, Remy, are you sure you have everything for today? You got your school clothes, you got to practice after school, you have everything. Yep, got it all, And then...
By the way, Remy gets a haircut on Thursday. And at this point, everybody, if you've remembered my erectile dysfunction thermometer, Remy is up to 2 inches off of her hair.
I didn't know that.
2 inches off of her hair. 4 times. That's a half inch, half inch, half inch, half inch. That's 2 inches total. 4 times I've had to take her down a notch from just like back, not back talking necessarily, but talking over. Like I go over that, a little bit. And so I'm like half an inch. We color it in. She's up to 2 inches.
I didn't know that. I thought it was an inch.
Nope, 2 inches, y'all.
Hey, where's everybody calling from this morning with your pleasant mornings? I know we've got some from Alabama, from Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri,
David,
Kentucky,
Let
Maryland.
me do this.
Wait, Tennessee.
You have to tell people what DG, I think that's her name, DG, the lady that emailed you yesterday.
Oh.
You said, I love this woman. And I could have sworn maybe it was just like initials. She sent you all 50 states.
Oh, that's right.
And she marks them off in the mornings, y'all.
Yes.
By the way, New Hampshire, you ain't showing up. So until New Hampshire shows up, or New Mexico, I think New Hampshire, New Mexico.
No, we've had New Mexico.
And Connecticut, maybe? It's
No,
those upper states that you always said were never like me. Yeah, it's those. The ones that you said they're never going to know what to do with you.
I need to see if I want to give her a...
Shout out? Don't do that. Don't do that. It takes you forever.
DG Bassett.
DG Bassett.
So,
she is set to go.
So she...
Oh, there she is. There she is. She just said DG.
Hey, DG. So she created like a Word document that says...
They can't see that.
Can't see that?
No, it's too bright.
Says for the AG.
For the AG,
but
all
it has
50
all
states.
the states. And then she sent me one from yesterday where she marked off all the states that were there. So it's very important that we get full awareness across the country.
It's not important. I'd prefer we
It
not.
is.
New Hampshire, if you don't want to come, I completely understand. The minute that we get all 50 states, and DG lets us know that all of her 50 states are marked off, we then have to remove ourselves and go immediately and have sex. Essentially, that's just what it is.
Oh, the ante's up. You said make out before.
I'm not going to make out with you on a live, okay?
So we're going to make out on the live.
I'm not going to make out on the live.
And then we're going to finish.
I'm not going to make out on the live. It's going to be like the time, y'all remember the time we did the live and I reached over to kiss him and he, remember what happened? I don't like that talk.
That wasn't talk.
I don't like it when you do that with your tongue. It's dirty.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Don't do that. Don't do that. This isn't a small gathering of people we've got here. By the end of the day, thousands upon thousands will have watched you be dirty.
Do you know why it's not a small gathering? It's not a small gathering because of you. Why? Because you are part of this. You want to invest in this. How can we get you into a share today? What is it going to take for us to get you to drive out of the parking lot today with the share?
Hey, Nebraska's here.
Nebraska's in the house. So right now, share this live. Share. You'll notice every day at the end of the
Why
Rise
did
and
Marty
Rad-
Smith just tell us today is Wednesday?
I don't know.
We know that, right?
Hump day. Marty may be under the impression that only Tuesday is the possibility.
That's true.
So share Rise and Radke. You'll also notice at the end of every episode, Melissa is sharing quotes, some
Just
funny,
ones that mean
some
something to me.
inspirational, some thought-provoking, and after Rise and Radke post, then we also post that. And so y'all have really been sharing those great and responding to those as well. So be sure to share Rise and Radke and then check out the
Somebody just said, I shared a long time ago, David. I can just hear it in her voice. Like, move on. Let's go.
I'm sorry, this is not a one-time thing. This is a everyday.
Okay, I want to say something really quickly. So I feel like every single week, David makes it a point. David specifically makes it a point. College Station in the house. David makes it a point to share about the podcast every single week. And normally we try to do that on Tuesday. And that's just, y'all, listen to me. That's just because he's proud. And whatever podcast I have recently put out is his absolute favorite. That's what he says. I think this one was my favorite, Melissa. I really do. I think this one. You're just getting better, Melissa, and you're interviewing. That is so David Radke. But anyway,
I will say today's not one. It's not.
today is one of my favorites. Today is one of my favorites. So here's what we did. If you remember last week, I asked you guys like one time. That's it, and I'm horrible at that. You guys need to help me with that. I will get on something and I'll be like, I'm going to tell this to the tribe every single day, and then I do it one time and I completely forget the rest of the week. So one time I mentioned to you guys to call in if you have questions, and we'll use them on the podcast. Well, we had people call in and leave questions. I can't imagine the number of questions we would have had I advertised it every single day. So what we've done is today's podcast is those questions. They're these people's voices that follow us and love us and trust us, asking questions about marriage. David and I are answering
that
these
would be
questions.
a stretch there when you said they trust us.
They do trust us
They
with
might
their
follow
mornings.
us.
They're asking questions about marriage and about balance and about how to find time for things that are important or get rid of things that are unimportant. Anyway, it turned out so beautiful. And y'all, I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of it because David and I did it together, and it's one where we answered questions together. But the end of it, you guys, he started crying.
No, I didn't. You did. You started crying.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Quit doing that. Quit trying to act tough. He started crying, which I
didn't start crying. I got
David.
emotional.
David, you're about to cry right now! Why are you about to cry right now?
I got emotional.
Why are you getting teary-eyed right now, David Radke? I don't know what's going on. So the name of the podcast, Cindy Woods, is called Ordinary People, Ordinary Things, and you can find it on iTunes, completely free. Just download it, and this week's episode will pop up.
iTunes is by far the largest, podcast platform. Spotify is a very large platform. You don't have to have an iPhone. I mean, you can listen to Spotify on your computer or anything. Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. So use your favorite podcast app. It's on all those. Or you can go to ordinarythings.com and listen to it there, or find the best.
Denise just said it's okay, David. Men can cry too. David has never been one that shed a ton of tears, but he's never been afraid of showing them either. So here's the things that make David cry. Our children, God, and when I mess up really badly and he's got to clean it up. Those are the things that make David cry.
So I cry a
But
lot.
here's the deal. So I just to let y'all know, because I'm sure y'all are like, well, what is he crying about? I told David from the beginning, I said, David, if you start to do this morning program with me and they start to know you and they start to email you and they start to talk to us and you hear from them and you get to know them and you end up loving them. And so we see, like Felicia Heaton and Julie Ray and these names that are coming across, Allison Silva, these names that are coming across our show every single day. We start to feel for y'all and love y'all and know that you're on vacation with your kids or that you're sick or whatever. I said they're going to start to matter to you. Just trust me, they're going to start to matter. And so this was an episode where we heard from some people who are hurting in their marriages. And I said, I told you this was going to happen. I told you would start to care about people, and you act like you don't want to. And so, anyway, it was really precious. But it's a good one. I wish y'all would go and listen to it. Hey,
her podcast is incredible. Not just talking about this one because I'm on it. Her podcast is incredible. Check that out. Also, I was seeing, where did that go? Sherry Trogdon got your book, Eat Cake, Be Brave, on Audible.
Yeah, Sherry!
Eat Cake, Be Brave has been out for a little while.
I thought Sherry already had my book.
Bestseller. I would kind of think that too.
Uh-huh.
But maybe she's had the hardback and she got the Audible. Mm-hmm. Melissa does the Audible. It's really, really incredible. Okay. And
David, I don't want to do this. I want to move on.
Okay, I'm just telling them, keep your eyes and ears out. Paperback is coming soon, so you'll be hearing a lot.
By the way, you said eyes and ears. That's what you did.
Eyes and ears.
Hey, okay, I need you, this morning you brought something up to me about the morning shows, and I need you to bring it up. And I said, I can't with you. I haven't had my coffee. Bring it up to me in front of everybody. So, what is it? Bring up what you were going to say this morning.
Okay, so.
And David?
No. Okay.
David, as Ross used to say.
Okay, so yesterday, because of the business we're in, I read industry stuff and all this kind of boring stuff. But yesterday, received an email how the morning shows all of them are kind of taking a hit. They were talking about the Today Show and Good Morning America and the CBS show and even Fox and MSNBC and all of them, how the numbers are down and all this kind of stuff. And they talked about all these different reasons, different platforms, people, wanting to be very focused in what they only want to listen to people that have their view, and I think that's very healthy. Just shut everybody else that doesn't think just like you. That's a great idea. But they never said anything about, I believe, and this is just for us, y'all let me know if it's you too.
Don't say us, I don't even know what you're going to say. I don't know if I agree with you.
Yeah, you do. If you don't, I'm going to tell you do.
Okay. I don't like it when you do that little tap. It's condescending.
So they never talked about in this article that maybe they're losing touch with what people want to see. So these morning shows, we have been an avid watcher of the Today Show since the day we got married. My goodness, forever. And we still watch it on occasion or catch a little bit. But I'm telling you, our viewership, at least of that show, and because we've not necessarily watched the other shows.
I love Hoda and Savannah.
But our viewership, you have to say, it's not as consistent, and the duration is not near as long.
You're going to want to look at what Anna Friend just said. What did Anna say? She just literally said, I don't know what she said. It's coming. Here, let me. You keep talking.
But they never talked
My heart needs joy and family time to start my day. Now, she says, thank y'all so much because we're providing it. But that's his point.
Okay, but my point isn't to pat us on the back by any means. We understand the level of what we're doing, okay? We're having a good time. At least, a few tens of you are having a good time, and that's why we're doing this. But the point is, they didn't talk about, I think that they're losing connection with what people truly want. All they're talking about is the horrific stuff going on in politics, or the murders, or the rapes, or the this. And it's not that those things aren't out there. It's not that those things, obviously aren't predominant, and some we maybe even need to know about. But they just throw in this occasional cooking segment or a book or whatever, and we don't, like Anna said, we don't want to start our day like that. We want to start our day with our family as we're watching it. The kids are getting ready. I don't want to have to answer the question, what did they mean sodomy? What is that, Daddy? I don't want to have that discussion at 7:15 before school.
I want to talk about sodomy. Why don't you send the kids to me?
So
I'll be like, you know what? Yes, it is 6:25 in the morning, but sodomy was on my mind.
Listen, so does anybody else agree with me that...
Also, what is sodomy?
That they're a little disconnected. Please don't answer that question. We will get pinged and they will take us off. And that's exactly what we don't want.
Okay, you're going there, and I'm going to have to Ross you again. Bring it down.
So anyway, if anybody agrees, maybe it's just us. Maybe you like getting your day started out with
David,
anger and rage
listen to
and
me.
hate. And so, but if you agree that you think maybe the morning shows, whatever your morning show is, they're losing a little bit of touch with what people truly want, send a heart or a thumbs up, or maybe it's just
Okay,
me.
Allison's. Oh, okay. Joni Neff says people want to feel good in the morning. We're busy and we don't want to be depressed to take on our day. Christy says I start my morning with you guys and then I switch to the Today Show, and I think that she does that because by the time she switches to the Today Show, they're past all impeachment and guns and people hate people. What in the world? Okay.
Maybe that is that first hour. Maybe the first hour is.
Who wants to open the day with the world hurting and then go straight to recipes? Bethany says we need positive. So I need laughter in the morning. Shannon Franklin says. So here's the deal. Well, look, we can't change the world, David.
Why?
David, we've got a lot of things going on.
Why can't we change the world?
Because
And
I'm busy.
I'm not saying us, but why can't we help echo people's
Because
voices?
it doesn't matter how many people on here say, I want to start my morning positive. There are enough curmudgeons that want to start their morning hey, I know it's hard, but this is the world we're living in and I got to know about it. I mean, there just are. You can't stop that from happening. You want to know what's going on. Y'all, the coronavirus, I'm freaked out. I am freaked out, and I wouldn't know that if they didn't deliver the news. I get it. I now find that I mute it, and I just wait for Carson Daly to get on there and give us the pop start. But you still need to know what's going on in your world. You can't just bury your head in the sand.
I don't know. I don't know. I would just like to.
Do you not agree with what I'm saying?
I do. We don't need to bury our head in the sand. I don't agree. I'm not going to pay attention to anything. We have to be, when I say politically active, I'm not talking about protest and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about you need to be aware of who's running for what and the issues, and you need to vote, with the people that line up for you. And we need to know about the virus and those kind of things. But I think there's just a way it can be done. Maybe even the old-fashioned, what is that, like the Oreo method? You start with some good, then you get to some, the middle, and then you end with some good. Kind of have a nice little... I guess it would be more like this.
Hoda could give us some positive stuff, and we could hear about politics for 2.5 hours, and then we could end with a meatloaf recipe.
So I don't know. Yeah, I think the morning shows have become more like Fox and CNN, and I know it's only going to get worse with the presidential election. But
excuse me, Kaylee. Kaylee says I want to take David serious, but with Melissa acting it out, I just can't. Okay.
See?
Okay, people are agreeing with you. Preach, David. Okay, you know what, Amber, we need to take that down.
Well!
Well!
Oh, I can't sing, but you can do that.
David, first of all, I was a singer for many years. When I do it, it's a delight to people's ears.
Okay. Just a fun fact. So when we were in college...
And somebody just said, by the way, are you guys doing this because y'all are going to get a morning talk show? Let me tell you something. Absolutely not.
Well, don't say absolutely not.
I can honestly say if they gave me the opportunity to have a morning talk show,
it wouldn't be
I could not do it with you, David. I couldn't take this to the nation.
Well, I would say if it was actually like a legit talk show, I would probably bow out. I would love to be behind the camera. I love to tell her things to do off camera.
Meg Pavelka says, y'all have changed my world. How is that possible? David Radke is crying!
No, I'm not.
David Radke! What are you doing? Talk to me if you're hurting.
You're so stupid.
I don't understand what we're doing here, Meg, but when you send us things like that, it just makes my whole day. Thank you so much. We're just doing this for fun. We're just doing it because we really like being with you guys. Is that so wrong? But anyway, it's just a lot of fun, and
what Melissa's gonna find out is I have paid a lot of money for a program that makes it appear that people are watching this. It even makes it appear that people are commenting, but literally,
it's just my mom and my Aunt Melba.
We have 3 viewers, and the rest it's all automated bots.
It's just my mom, my Aunt Melba, and my granny, and they're all 3 fighting and saying, "I can't hear a thing they're saying." Hey, I want to ask you guys a question. This has to do with this is a question about society. 2 weeks ago, my daughter had a basketball game. She is 13, ladies and gentlemen. And she had a basketball game against a team that David was coaching, her basketball team. And it was against a team that the coach is a very personal, close friend of ours. Okay? So we know all these kids.
Okay. Just before you go down this road, we're talking about being positive, uplifting, starting your day good. And
they're gonna like this story.
This is gonna go dark.
And you're gonna act it out while I do it. We have played this team before and we've lost to them.
We lost because one of our better players was out of town.
All right,
So-
you know what? Anyway, Remy was guarding this one girl. And stop! I don't like it. I don't like that.
You told me to act it out.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Remy was guarding this one girl. And Remy is tough on the court. She's going to be up on you all the time. She's
Not dirty in the least.
but relentless.
That game, I think she had one foul, so that would tell you.
relentless.
Yeah.
She usually uses up all her fouls, though. She can.
You can't take them home
She
with
can
you.
play ball with an elbow. I'm just gonna say that.
And a booty.
So we played them. Yeah, we lost, but she guarded that girl hardcore. This last time we played them, right before the game, sweet Jesus in heaven, come get your kid and take her home right now before I meet up with his parent. Right before the game started, don't do that.
I'm just wondering if, by any chance, anyone in that
Right
room
before the
watches.
game started, the father of that girl comes up to my daughter and pulls her aside.
I'm not even in the gym. It's just him and his daughter and Remy. When I walk in and I see it.
Take me, Jesus. And pulls my daughter aside privately and says, hey, I don't want you to be so rough today, okay? I want a clean game. You play clean with my daughter. As was said in Scripture. What the hell, man? Now, I told David, when we play that team again this week, and I said, David, I'm going to walk in with Remy, and I'm going to stand on her like they
Ooh,
did.
there are some mad
Like they surround Puff Daddy. Also P. Diddy, also Sean Combs. You know, he always has security, and you're like,
does.
why? I'm going to stand by Remy like that. Now, and David goes, Melissa, just calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Would y'all approach that dad and say something? Would y'all do it? I need to know if y'all would do it. Casey moves. Oh, hell no. I just found that. Here's the deal. He didn't even wait until Remy was with a parent. He did it privately. And that is very wrong. And I told the coach, who is a friend of ours, and the coach was like, I am livid. I'm very sorry that happened.
She was not happy either.
Now, y'all, what do I do? Because here's the thing. I know that I'm a Spitfire. In the South, that's called a pistol. And I know that I'm a pistol. But when it comes to confrontation, this is exactly what I do. Like if I have to confront you, not you I can confront. But let's say you're that dad. I'm like all like this over here talking to y'all, but when I get in front of him, I'll be like, so here's the deal. I just want you to know. I get nervous and I want to be nice and I don't want to ever be mean to anybody. But I'm really upset. I'm really, really upset about this. So what are y'all saying?
So let me tell you what I say. I say actions speak louder than words. So, Remy,
Okay, Meg Pavelka, you're just killing it today. You're just killing it. He needs to take his little girl home to plant flowers. I told David, I said, you know what? That's why she plays like a teacup. That ain't my problem. That's not her problem.
I will say this. I think actions speak louder than words. Remy is, and this is known at school, and it's been since she was a little kid. She is the most resilient, aggressive, up-in-your-face basketball player. That's why she's good at basketball. She's a pretty good dribble. She's an okay shooter, but her defense and just in-your-face driving you nuts. We lost the second game by 1 point, and Melissa made the comment, you just didn't seem as aggressive or whatever today. And Remy said, well, I didn't feel like I could because he told me not to.
I didn't feel like I should because her dad told me not to.
And I did not know this before the game. So actions speak louder than words. Remy's not going to play dirty. I don't coach that way. But Remy is going to play like Remy, and Remy will have at least 4 fouls. So we'll take care of it.
I would also like to say that Kimberly Ann commented, yes, ma'am, I'd take him out to the woodshed. Kimberly,
No.
In our house, the woodshed doesn't mean that.
I think she's using the proper terminology. I think
I
that's
think the way you're saying it is proper. We refer to that as sexual activity. So I'm not going to do that with him. Although
maybe that would teach him. That would teach him.
That would traumatize him for life.
He'd never open his mouth again.
okay. It's okay. It's okay for me to say it. It's not okay for you.
It's kind of hard.
It's hurtful when you do it. Okay, so people are agreeing with this. He could have waited till y'all were with her. He's asking for it. Thank you very much. Emily says she would definitely approach him because it's wrong, and I would actually have David talk to him man to man.
Okay,
That's good advice. It's on you. It's on.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Melissa, her confrontation, like she said, she's like this. This is the problem with me when I confront. I'm like this, and then I go like this.
Oh,
I get really.
You've never raised a hand to a person in 25 years of marriage. I've never seen.
I get not physical. No, I don't get physical, but I get extremely upset. I have on occasion, for no reason in particular, brought people's mothers into the equation, and they didn't have anything to do with the discussion.
Okay, Amy Rowberry says, please wear your Mama Bear wrapper clothes. Amy, you turkey. Oh my gosh. Okay, I knew y'all would have a problem with that too. I knew it wasn't just me. So I'll let y'all know what happens. Ask me about, get me pumped up on Thursday about it. Get me pumped up on Friday about it, and then I will do it on Saturday. And I will do it like this. I just wanted to talk to you for a moment. People always think that I'm super confrontational. In truth, I'm really not. Am I?
Well, with me, but nobody else.
Oh, I wish I could be more, but I just can't. And it's not about I want people to like me. I just kind of want to be nice. Anyway, that leads us to our quote today. Don't log off before you've heard this quote. It's a really good one. It might be good for you to remember this quote. I can tell a lot about a person. Okay? I can tell a lot about a person by what they choose to see in me. That is a great quote. I love this quote, and the reason is because whenever my entire life, I've never understood why people that are easily offended or whatever, they'll get mad at me, and I'll say, can you not just, don't you know the heart of me? Like, do you think I meant to do that? Do you think that was my intention? I never intentionally hurt people. I never intentionally want to be rude. I mean, let's just get to the heart of it. So I can always tell a lot about people by what they choose to see in me. And maybe that's a quote that you need to be reminded of today. Okay? Maybe you're dealing with some relationship issues. I can always tell a lot by a person by what they choose to see in me. And people that choose to know my heart, it's always greatly appreciated. So just remember that today. I want to put that up later, and you guys can share it or whatever you want. But it's always one that meant a lot to me. So that said, that is us. That is it for us today. I gotta go. I've worked up a sweat. Okay, me and the girls, which is funny.
And the Golden
me
Girls.
and the girls and the Golden Girls are gonna take this sweater off and, whoo, get started on our day.
Hey,
have a wonderful Wednesday, y'all.
Remember, Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. New episode is out.
Go listen and share with #Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning.
See ya.
Bye.